It's surprising me a little bit. They got rid of Gyrocopter and that side. Yeah, Luna makes sense. I mean, if you already see these picks come out, I don't think you need to get rid of the Darkseer here. You might just for the hell of it though, because it might be a position 4 Tidehunter or something like that. Like you're always going to be a little bit worried about a Darkseer on the enemy team if you're picking Luna. Like normal punch is way too good right now. Vac wall is way too good right now.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I think like we saw that happen in the other games as well. Even though it looks they already said an offlaner, they banned out the Darkseer anyway. I think it's a little bit cocky if they don't do it. They get rid of the Pangolier instead. Ricky,
Pango's pretty good here.
This one.
Pango's pretty good here. But yeah, I think you're right. You do have a question of if you do pick the Darkseer here though, then you're running like a 4 Tidehunter. I mean, you could run 4 Darkseer, but you do need the items to like really make the Darkseer do well here. But it's not bad. Next. I think you do have to ban it. I think it's still worth it.
I don't know, maybe not at this point. It'd be a bold move out of Mariano. We'll see. Mars got rid of here on the D2 Hustler side, which is a little bit surprising, but they did just run PP mid lane Mars, so they think there's a pretty good chance of that happening again. It's not fun to be caught in the arena when you have to deal with the Sand King Epicenter being stuck in place. Same goes with the Luna, right?
Yeah.
Like eventually, like having this glaze bounce off of the heroes. Clubs so close together, and the Aghanim Scepter from Luna also be some massive damage. Now,
we're probably going to see his Kunkka, honestly. I think that's what we're going to be seeing out of Infinity is going to be the Kunkka in the mid lane. You could technically flex the Monkey King over to that if you'd like, but the main issue you have then is like Infinity have last pick, so you don't really have a lot of flexibility with your draft once you lock in your last hero here on D2 Hustlers.
We'll see. 30 seconds. I don't know, man. I don't know how you round this one out.
Really taking their time with this last ban.
Yeah. He's trying to 200 IQ them. I imagine.
I mean,
you bring in Mariano when it's time to win, right?
Morphling. Okay. Does Mr. Jeans play a lot of Morphling, or are they expecting this to be like a 4-position Monkey King?
He carries from the mid lane a lot. So he plays a decent chunk of Morphling.
All right, D2 Hustlers. We'll see where these heroes are going to go on this last pick. They have plenty of reserve time, though, to think about it. I mean, they could just pick up a mid lane hero. Obviously, his Bat Rider's removed, one of Mr. Jean's like best heroes.
It could be a Storm Spirit. Mr. Jeans is very good on Storm, but there's nothing. Like that's one of the big comfort picks for Mr. Jeans is a Storm Spirit, but there's nothing that good that you're playing against as far as Storm goes. Doesn't feel like a very good hero here. With a Tiny instead. Not what I was expecting. I'll be real with you here.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. It's not really something that was like in my, like, I don't know, in my scope as far as like heroes that they were looking to pick up here. I guess this could be either the 4 or the mid lane.
Yeah, they could just play lead on the mid. I mean, we saw Tiny playing support earlier. We'll see.
Yeah,
Kunkka picked up last.
Yeah, it's like it has to be PP's Kunkka in the mid lane. It's the only one that makes sense. Especially because if they're expecting it to be a Lina mid, it's a good lane for Kunkka. As soon as he hits level 6, he has kill threat on that hero. I mean, we talked earlier about how Lina is relatively immobile in the mid lane and can die to pretty easy rotations. And there's no hero that's probably better from the mid lane as far as setting up ganks as the Kunkka. So we'll see how it goes. D2 Hustlers still haven't locked in their heroes here, but we'll see in just a moment which ones that's going to be.
Come on, reveal it already. There it is. Mr. Jean is on the Tiny. Not what I thought, but again, probably just don't want to play this Lina the Kunkka matchup. Not that fun. They watched how this one went earlier. All right, Ricky, what are your thoughts of this game? Who do you think is the better draft? The people want to hear it. They want your expert opinion.
I see PP on Kunkka, and even though Mr. Jeans is a pretty sick mid laner, I don't know if it's gonna work out. I'm gonna go with Infinity here. I think Mariano, Sand King, Burner on the Luna. I think they have a lot of heroes that just kind of work together here, and they'll be able to kind of just kite out this Monkey King in a lot of these fights.
All right. Here's what I think. I'm going to completely betray my friends who I had a lot of faith in the last couple of games on the side of Infinity. I'm going to go with D2 Hustlers instead because I'm a big Mr. Jeans fan.
Okay, that's it.
You
That's
know
the only reasoning.
Yeah, the first time I said to him, Mr. Jeans, you really impressed me this tournament. Back before he was playing on that many teams, he said, "Stop making fun of me."
I remember this actually.
Were you there? I think it was. I thought that was with Moxie. I might have already. I might have told you the story though.
I definitely remember this happening.
It might have been you. You do, sound a lot like Moxie.
I've been told, yeah.
Well, look at that.
Shout out to Moxie, by the way. Big fan.
A little pause here.
Not as much as I'm a fan of you, of course, Ricky.
Aw, shucks.
I don't want to make you jealous.
That's all right.
Oh, real.
I'm not the jealous type, luckily.
After all, it's me and you wearing matching outfits, right?
I mean, I put it on first. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you did. This is about to be a good game. He's scouting forward on the monkey. He doesn't have any awards with him. A lot of time, people take advantage of the 380 movement speed you have on the car here to drop those in the mid lane. But it looks like it's probably going to be PP. He ends up dropping the ward down there first, so they're probably going to have Vision of Bane if he places his. No, he's not going to be too happy about that. Though he does have boots of speed. We'll see. I hope we see some action by the river. Bane's got boots of speed, so it's going to be pretty easy for him to catch people. But I'm not sure we have enough stun otherwise. You have to go point into Gush on the Tidehunter if you're going to find any kills. And it looks like Mr. Jean's already gone first point into tree throw, so it's one less disable for their team. Maybe if you had tossed at the first level, you'd have some first blood potential, but you generally don't want that. It kind of ruins your mid lane, right? You want that first point tree toss.
Absolutely.
A true grab. Just about ready to play. I'll grab a water real quick. I know I'm not allowed to take a break on the job, or someone gets mad, but I'll pass the mic over to you.
Wow. Well, we got paused, so not a bad idea. Yeah, I know the feeling, Nev. You know, we haven't left our computers here all day. It's 5 hours in. We're only halfway through the day. 8 games in one day is one heck of a journey. But yeah, I agree with what Neff is saying here. I do kind of like the Infinity Draft more personally. I know he's riding the Mr. Jeans fan train, but I think it just works better. I'm really worried about this mid Kunkka. I think this hero is going to kind of pop off. Going to set up a lot of kills here with the help of the Sand King. Make space for this Luna, and honestly, stack meta has not disappeared. For some reason, Ice Frog, please fix this. No one wants to do this anymore. Neff really taking his time getting some water today. He is walking around a giant mansion, though, for those of you who don't know. So it could take him, honestly, like 10 minutes just to get to his fridge and back. So hopefully makes it before the end of the game.
No, I took my Lambo.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, that at least that makes it much faster. Okay.
Yeah. You know, those things go from like 0 to 100 pretty quickly. I'm sure to keep a Lambo beside my computer at all times.
That makes sense. Sexy Yoga mid lane in trouble. Boundless Strike. They're just gonna surround him, and that's first blood going the way of Divine Llama. Yotomi tips him like, yeah, dude, nice, good job. Stole the kill.
Good stuff, Divine Llama. You know, at least Divine Llama's gonna be happy about that one. He'll get pretty quick boots of speed. You do a lot on Lena with
almost as good as me.
Quick arcane boots as well.
Absolutely.
They don't end up dropping that ward yet on the Monkey King. Well, never mind. Bane's still got it. They pass it over to Monkey King. I don't think you're gonna want to try to contest this room, Pamplona.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, he thinks better of it.
to this.
It's funny hearing the llama pump fake the sound effect of the boundless strike as it's running around in courier form.
Bird ended up getting Lucent Beam level 1 in order to snag the bounty rune from Monster. I was curious I wasn't watching that one happen. I was kind of curious how he stole it from Monster, even though they have ping advantage here. We're playing this game on USU servers, of course. But got it because they were stunned.
Just a god gamer now. Well, deja vu, as we saw earlier, the Luna Hoodwink safe lane, and then the Tidehunter in the off lane. However, Hoodwink getting clicked pretty heavily here by Divine Llama.
Get a bit caught up here.
Goes the other way though. God. And just taking advantage of this massive range right now on Lena. It's starting to go a little bit more the way of Burner Bird and Sexy Yogi once you've got 2 points in the Lucent Beam. Or sorry, the Lunar Blessing. At 15 extra attack damage, make it really easy for Divine Llama to trade. You gotta walk over to that small camp though, block it with his body, then move back to the lane. You getting those clicks off.
Bunch of couriers dying in the bottom lane. Very neat.
Mr. Jeans being cheeky in the mid lane. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I was watching the side lanes. What was the cheekiness in the mid lane?
He was trying to toss a high five and PP just refused. He's all business.
Clearly they just don't like each other.
Yeah. I hope so. You know, this isn't probably a good thing to say, but I'm a big fan of like genuine beef between players in the Dota scene. I think it adds a lot of excitement to the matches. I don't like it when they start like, I don't know, when they keep it to the game and not like try to ruin each other's lives. It's fun.
Off with you.
I see.
I'm not a monster, Ricky.
Sure.
I swear. I want people to hate each other, but just a little bit.
I see. Okay, that makes more sense, I suppose. Top lane, Divine Llama has been pushed pretty low here in a massive wave pushing the tower. I imagine he would just pull off and let Monster just solo XP this, but doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I thought he'd do this one, but Divine Llama, I guess he's trying to play a greedy position for. I mean, this is what 1437 did when he was on the team, right? So I guess he's probably just imitating what he saw 1437 do.
Yeah. Just eventually passing his off lane in net worth.
Yeah. So anyone who watched the DPC season probably pretty familiar with this style. Divine Llama would be like kind of a sacrificial position 3, where he'd find a lot of farm earlier on, and then he'd start making plays around the map, and he'd leave 1437 to farm the offlane. A lot of the games they did really well in. I think Divine Llama's just sort of copied that style because such an experienced player was playing that way, and they saw a lot of success with it. So he's kind of doing the same, which is griefing his Tidehunter's levels, but you know, he first blood on Divine Llama. He's the carry now.
Exactly. I think after he got that first blood, his ego inflated a little bit here.
Yeah. You ever see anyone else get a kill that fast, guys? Oh my god. Bottom lane, Yuma's coming on, well, trying to come in onto Pamplona. Just as an Orb of Venom, but Nick Assassin built boots pretty quickly down here, as did Mariano. You sort of have to against a Monkey King lane.
Especially since he has boots himself, right?
Yeah.
Sentry gets dropped. Mariano, they actually just fourth the wave for this, and they want to be really aggressive here onto the Sand King. He has no points in Burrow Strike currently. Boundless Strike comes through. That's a kill. Yuma finds it.
So
He did get the D ward, however, on Pamplona, so the Sentry down in the lane. Oh my gosh. Yodomi almost got his courier.
Yodomi God. Gets the D ward off as well, so you're gonna make it very difficult to exist down here and spam your Sandstorm. He ended up going 2 points into the Jingu Mastery build, which is kind of unusual but normal against melee matchups, and you're playing against both Sand King and Assassin, so a lot of time you're going to be able to get those Jingu Mastery stacks off. A lot of time right now, people max out the Tree Dance just because it farms a little bit faster.
Yeah, I imagine he's gonna back out for the Tree Dance. I don't think you keep like maxing the Jingu Mastery here. It's just not a really good game to do that. outside like a few early points in the lane stage. So we'll see what Yuma ends up doing, but
Mr. Jean's about to get finished up by PPE. He's trying to deny himself
unless
to Roshan.
Roche finishes him off. Oh, what a juke into Divine Llama. He's actually out. And of course, there's going to be a bounty rune up there for him to top off with. Okay, that was sick.
Baited him out. Thought he was going to suicide in Roshan. Now he doesn't even have to die.
That feels good, man.
Like I told you, Mr. Jeans is a god. This guy's good, and I'm a biased caster.
Mr. Jean's trying to get his level 6 here in the mid lane.
There it is. Ooh.
Out of me.
Hoodwink goes down top. All right.
Second kill of the game.
I feel like that's a little overdue.
I'm playing a little bit too far up. But Mr. Jean's going to have a much easier time in this mid lane now that he's got extra 12 points of armor to work with. You're not going to be doing near as much damage as you were before with this Tidebringer. In fact, he's not even going to go down this boat.
Ooh, he might, though. Yeah, he will indeed.
Help a sexy Yogi. Well,
Divine Llama with a DD rune, though, and Yodomi rotating on the backside. They're just going to surround the Kunkka. He goes down, and now Hoodwink in some trouble.
Doesn't it?
2 seconds to leg strike array. Can he get it?
He
Can't get
does,
that
but
tower, though.
yeah, none in the tower. I'd like to point out that top lane, when they killed the Hoodwink, both Tidehunter and Lina did 322 damage.
Huh. Kind of sus, if you ask me.
A little sus, huh?
You shouldn't give like the angry betters anything to work with. I'm gonna be honest. I try to pretend they don't exist.
We're gonna get that like Always Sunny meme of him trying to connect the dots on the billboard, and everyone's gonna be like, "It's real."
It's real.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
All right,
Nice
big
stacks.
stack. Smoke up here.
Tower is under attack.
It's gonna be Tidehunter to clear these ones probably. I mean,
Radiant's
Tiny
middle tower
might be
is
able to,
under
but it'll take him a while. Tend to be able to do it.
He's
like
like,
really
"Oh, look at enemy stacks. Do we take those?" No, they really want to get Burna here in the top lane. Monster, not level 6 quite yet, but
Your admiral is on
If
board.
he clears these.
they see PP here on the Kunkka as he's trying to go for it. So this is a big kill if they can find him. Avalanche comes through. LSA connects. They have Toss still as well. The Chain Stuns, they are there, but the boat's going to come through. PP is just too tanky. And he's going to make it out. Rotation from Pamplona as well. LSA comes back out from Divine Llama. And he's just going to finish up this stack instead. Dude, Arcane
Divine
Ring,
takes-
so good.
Yeah. I tried to take as many of those as he could. Didn't manage to grab them though. Well, at the very least, ends up preventing Kunkka from clearing those ones out. Slows down his game a little bit. He's forced to heal off and play pretty far back. Regen rune found by 60 Yogi prevents Tiny from grabbing that. He's pretty angry about it. He's going way too far forward because of it. All he sees is red.
They're going to find Burna.
Under attack.
The two supports chasing him down up into the top lane. The ward dropped instead. Does he have the damage he needs? This Dragon Slade, does it connect? No, it does not. Just tickles him on the way out. And Tiny instead caught in the jungle, trying to just disengage. Monster comes in, level 6 with the Ravage. Connects onto Kunkka, finds Hoodwink as well. Ends up trading for 2.
Not a bad find, but definitely went way too far forward in response to seeing Hoodwink pick up the regen rune there. So not great for Mr. Jeans, but turning around and getting 2 kills with that Ravage is a great way to start. Level 6 on Monster here.
Yuma actually almost died bottom to Sand King's Epicenter earlier, but managed to live with just a sliver of HP.
Radiant's middle tower is in danger.
But you were right, he did back for the Tree Dance. He's going for the Echo Saber, which seems to be the standard item on pretty much most carries nowadays.
Tower is under attack.
I mean, you basically have to go there. A lot of time people build Silver Edge pretty quickly afterwards as well. Well, eventually. Silver Edge is like one of the best items inside the game. The amount of damage that thing does is absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, they're going to be like slowed in place, crit initially, and then crit again when you hit them with a boundless strike after you have enough Jingu Mastery stacks, but they're slowed for way too long. Echo Saber, very good, especially on Monkey King, even though it doesn't work with his ult.
Tower is in danger.
Oh, Mr. Jean's gonna find Pamplona, and he's trying to find Mariano here on the Sand King, but he just doesn't have detection. So far, though, net worth-wise, PP on the Kunkka having a great time. They're picking him out in the mid lane. They want to go for him. The LSA comes through, and a Fiend's Grip from Yadomi. That's one way to punish him, as he's just way too far forward without help.
I don't think he was expecting Vayne to be level 6 so quickly. But just immediately rotates over there. Hits him with the Fiend's Grip as soon as that 10 mark minute hits. So, pretty heavy punishment. Regardless of that, he's still pretty far ahead of the Tiny. 1,000 net worth up on him at the moment.
Blink reveal from the Sand King. LSA comes out, but he gets the epicenter off in time. Tries to Wukong's command and dodge some of the damage, but it ends up just doing nothing, and Divine Llama falls as well. Mariano with a double kill, activating pig mode. Does have Blink up, makes it up to the high ground. He's out, baby.
Just too quick.
First one of the sands, and then with the mud, I suppose.
Yeah. Blink Digger done on the Sand King before it's done on the Tiny, by the way. Very cool.
Yeah, that might be one of the fastest offlane blinks we've seen in a while. Actually, Mariano had one earlier that was also really fast.
Yeah. What you're trying to say is he's very good at Dota.
Yes, Mariano is very good at Dota.
Big fan here. And again, he is at the Beast Coast. Yeah, he's at the Beast Coast team house right now, so I believe he is in pretty close to the servers. His ping can be relatively low. At least I'm pretty sure. Certainly he's not in Europe right now. Yeah, I'm correct. Let's check.
Oh, Tumblr's toy. Very nice. That's pretty good against Kunkka.
Not much more difficult for him to land some of these spells. You can get away from... Well, actually, if you combo up the Torrent and Tumblr's toy, isn't that amazing? It'll actually interrupt the Tumblr's toy vault forward if your timing's good, much like it does the Force Staff.
It's really difficult to perfectly time the Torrent because Tumblr's toy has no animation, right? You just bounce forward 300 units, so you might have to X into boat with a follow-up Torrent instead. Smoke up here behind the Tidehunter in the mid lane. He's got the Helm Dom. He's got this Hood of Defiance. He wants to be able to push this tower. They're wrapping around here, however, on the side of D2 Hustlers. They had a ward, I think, that scouted this, and Yuma is just sitting up on the high ground, ready to boundless strike. Hits that Hoodwink, and they jump forward. They're just going to take her down so fast.
She's way too far forward. They ping things out, yeah. Yadomi, he ends up dropping a ward on the way out. Figures, all right, over here. They've... Yuma? Come on, man. You know, we wanted to drop those. Yuma had other places to be. He needs to work on his farm efficiency, he says. Taking care of those wards is pretty important. But yeah, Yomi realizing, all right, the Hoodwink's over here and she's placing wards, so clears those things out. Kunkka's working on a BKB. He just gets a casual Sandra, which is nerfed, actually. Only give you 12% stats resist with that one. This game, he'll probably still want to get a Heaven's Halberd this game, right?
Yeah, the idea is to build this into a halberd for sure.
Monster playing very aggressive. You got the Cobalt Foreman with him. Unmatched speed on this man.
I feel like the Kobold Foreman is a very rude person. Look at this. He's just got a gold chalice and a whip, dude. That is like... sounds like an awful person, really. Bottom lane, in the river, they find Lina. Load in a sharpshooter, more than enough damage, and now they're trying to take down the Nyx, but they don't really have the follow-up. There's going to be the Fiend's Grip, the Ravage as well coming through, trying to like combo these together, but Mr. Jeans is not there to follow this up, and instead it's going to be Mariano with the epicenter, the Blink, the Burrow Strike, catching two on the backside. The question is, can they take down Yuma? He's got the Wukong's command, gonna drop it, no, gets canceled for the time being. Nice to toss in from Jeans. And Kunkka's chasing down Yadomi. Should be able to get him eventually, but they will finally grab the Sand King and PP. Just a matter of time before this Bane goes down. Sexy Yogi hiding in the trees. Does get caught. Nice bushwhack. Trying to hold his ground. Oh, doesn't make it up to the high ground with that sharpshooter. Oh, God. I just choked on my own spit.
Impressive.
Yes. It's a talent of mine. Yes.
Almost impressive as this catch on the PP that they just got. Was that for a segue?
That was quite good.
Yeah. And ignoring your health issues. I can do both at the same time. I hope you're okay, buddy.
No, yeah, I'm fine.
Glad to hear it. Unlike PP, he's currently dead.
Mid tower might also be dead in just a moment.
Mariano doesn't have epicenter available. I mean, that was such a sick jump forward that he got.
Whoa, that is a big pick off. Finding Burna. He's gonna pay for this one, but I feel like you're pretty okay taking Luna off the map. And they're looking for more here, honestly. Like, they are positioned really aggressive here on the side of D2 Hustlers as Bushwhack finds a Tidehunter, but they come in on more. The Spike Carapace baited out, is found the strike, and then the, of course, Laguna Blade to secure that kill. D2 Hustlers are on a rampage right now. It is 15-7, a little bit of a gold lead going their way as well.
3,000 isn't as bad as it feels right now. Just unrelentlessly running them down. I mean, they went for all early game items on a lot of these heroes, right? Tidehunter, keeping this aggression going with the Helm Dom. He's got chasing heroes down with the efficiency of this Cobalt Speed Aura. Like 12% speed makes it easier to run people down. And, you know, the Echo Saber on the Monkey King, going for a BKB immediately after. It's a sign that... Alright. They end up losing the Bane, but not really that big of a deal. Just stun death, Sandstorm, and Sharpshooter finishing him off there. Anyhow, like I was saying, lots of aggression. They've got a bunch of strength heroes that, well, Monkey King can stay on top of people. Tiny is very easy for you to get on top of people. Tidehunter can, like, run without a care in the world. In fact, he's got Ravage up right now. And the only heroes that you really like, or the only hero that you like standing in front right now is a Kunkka, and he can't tank all this damage by himself.
It's just a little bit of harassment here from PP in the mid lane. They don't really have any kill threat on this Tidehunter.
He's just fine. But Helm Dom and Defiance gonna keep him alive. I think he's got the money for Vlad's now, or just about.
Yeah, just about. He's close. Jungle items all dropping some really good ones here for the Luna. I mean, she'd probably prefer the Grove Bow, but having both People's Gift and Ring of Aquila to choose from, not bad either.
What would she? She's gonna take People's Gift. I guess she just wants to be more tanky. Like what I was talking about. They've got tons of burst damage heroes that can just run at you. So Tiny gonna have that much harder of a time blowing you up if you've got an extra 14 strength. Translating over to what, 280 HP?
Something like that.
280. 20 times 14.
Top lane, looks like they found Mariano, but rather Mariano's found the Monkey King. The break is there, trying to make his way out of the Sandstorm. He drops the Wukong's command. Boundless Strike comes through as well. Do they have the damage to finish him off? He does end up falling in the end. Divine Llama able to help secure it, and now LSA comes through trying to fight. He ends up breaking his tree, and Monkey King, oh, barely survives once again.
I think he might have killed him if he threw out an acorn shot on his way out.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I don't think he actually doesn't it give you vision when you toss that out, or does it not?
I don't know. I don't think Bushwhack. I don't know if Bushwhack provides vision or if it's just the acorn shock.
Aren't you a hoodwink player?
I mean, I've played the hero like maybe 10 times, and that's like being optimistic. It's probably closer to like 7.
Fair enough. I mean, you can still play aggressive right now on D2 Hustler. You still got Ravage that you're sitting on. They found Pamplona, but they can't finish him off. He's got a little bit too much HP on this assassin. Raindrop saving him. We'll probably want to buy fluffy hats at this moment, to be honest with you. 180 HP is not enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's surprising, like this Tiny, he's got the full combo, the Echo Saber level 2 Grove. We'll see mid lane, big Ravage comes out from Monster, but he is in some trouble. He's got to be able to bail, and in comes Jeans. He's gonna execute that Nyx Assassin. Burna even BKB'd for this, so a lot of spells committed from the side of Infinity.
Ravage is used there. Mr. Jeans doesn't manage to get the blink off, and held in place by that torrent. I think they're going to want to continue to go forward here. They know BKB is on cooldown on Luna. She's not that strong at the moment.
I think that Ravage caught Mariano mid epicenter.
Yeah, it did.
Ooh, Sexy Yogi gonna get found here by Mr. Jeans. Gets an evasion proc there next to the tree, so very convenient for him.
Let's get started.
And honestly, he might survive this. Oh, he's got a blinking one. Avalanche comes through. They end up finding Mariano, but Jeans also gonna find Burna, not where he wants to be. Trying to get some saves here as the rest of the team's rotating on in. Whipped. Yadomi on the bottom line puts that Luna to sleep. They get the burrow strike on forward. Nightmare into that Fiend's Grip's gonna be enough. And Mr. Jeans, he gets the toss out. He's gonna survive. Burna falling incredibly low as well. Falling back. He's not gonna be able to get the BKB off. They end up baiting this out for so long. And now Lena finally gonna go. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Tiny lag.
Lena's dead.
Yeah, Lena is definitely dead.
You chose the wrong target to Nightmare. Should Nightmare the Lena. Wait, how much is he?
He's
All
dead.
right, hold on. Let me do the math. Okay.
Actually, she has a stick or a wand.
No, it's.
I feel like there's no way she lives here.
I think she'll live.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
My math. She had like 18 HP left. It's only 3 points in Torrent. That's why I thought he died. Thought it was 4 points.
Yuma gonna be able to find the hoodwink here finally and finish that one off as well. So at the end of this engagement, they end up losing 4 heroes, and D2 Hustlers, they lose none.
They're about to lose another.
Oh no, Kunkka in the mid lane? They don't have Fiend's Grip for this, but there's just no help coming the way of the Kunkka. Looks like he's just tanking up with the Essence Ring, the Ogre Axe, that Halberd. Like, he's got 3,000 health.
Yeah. And he moved back into the tower when that last hit came out onto him, so. Oh.
Okay, never mind. Mr. Jeans gets the kill, gives him a nice little tip.
Yeah. I mean, they know that there's. I figured they have vision around there right now, though, but they didn't. They had no vision. They just figured that, all right, he's probably just going to go over to the creep camps now. Just pick him off there. It's that easy.
Tidehunter has a Black Dragon Overlord creep, just split pushing bottom lane. So Infinity have to deal with this. And they're going to walk right into Roshan. They've got Wukong's Command. They've got Ravage. Everything pretty much available here for the side of D2 Hustlers. And there is no way you can contest this on the side of Infinity, right, Neff? I guess they don't have BKB.
Mariano.
Oh, they do. Yuma has BKB. This will be kind of scary. And comes the Wukong's Command, holding Sand King down. He is just dead. And the Fiend's Grip, it catches the Luna. There's no way to cancel. Takes too long, and that is going to be 2 heroes, 3 heroes dead, and a buyback. And they're looking for more. Once again, finding Hoodwink. Make it 4. Mariano.
Please reconsider.
He goes in, misses the burrow strike, and that is going to be a dieback triple kill for Yuma as he grabs the Aegis.
They might just GG out of that one.
That is 4 tips from, yeah, they do GG out.
I don't think they felt that they had much chance of winning that game, especially after the fact that the game had been going so far in the direction of the other team. Luna usually wants to play very quickly and snowball off of like her early game power. Never had the chance to this game. Just kill after kill way of D2 Hustlers. I mean, looked pretty good. He farmed a little bit slow at the start of that one on Mr. Jeans, but he came back, started finding solo kills off on the Luna, and started to look pretty good. Marina just couldn't find kills with his team, despite the fact he got such a quick blink dagger this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a really sick performance. I think D2 Hustlers, their draft is really nice. Like the way this works together, the Monkey King just being really strong in this bottom lane. Like you said, slowing down Mariano. And I mean, he ends the game 10-1-7. You have a 2-0-17 Tidehunter. I mean, you can just see how these two heroes work together this game. And yeah, just really well done. Yadomi got some really sick Fiend's Grips off as well in these fights, like multiple times, securing a very important kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they just didn't have the damage to stay on top of these heroes in these fights or blow them up fast enough. But just too tanky on Mr. Jeans, too tanky on Monster, and you might as well go for that early Echo Saber. That's why a lot of people grab it. It's one of the few items in the game that still gives you extra stats despite not having a recipe. You go from 10 strength to 15, you get lots of damage, you get the mana regeneration. It slows people for 0.6 or 1.6 seconds, 0.8 on each strike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is way too good right now. It's definitely going to be a nerf in the upcoming patch. But I mean, they did have some games from Infinity to watch before they went into this one, but D2's Tosslers have had an amazing tournament performance so far, despite the fact they've replaced 2 players.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I just love the draft opener, right? They take the Lina Tidehunter, which is what we saw Four Zoomers do in the previous series, but they flex the Lina. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll respond with the last big tiny, give ourselves some burst damage. And, I mean, they just show up big here in game number 1. I mean, they grabbed themselves a GG at, what was that, 23 minutes? So one of the fastest games of the day, especially considering we just had 2 extremely long games in a row. So we're going to go to a small break, and we'll be back with the second game here in our 3rd series. So stay tuned, everyone. We've got more coming up here on the BTS Pro Series Season number 8. We'll see you in a bit.